police, but they were too fast. But I knew the park next to me would take me right to where they were going. If I could run across, I could catch them and stop the police to tell them it was me. Once again, I was running. Only this time, I didn't have my inhaler. I forgot I had left it in my dressing room when I ran out crying. As I cut through the park, I couldn't breathe. I saw Kyle's bike on the other side. He saw me too, but before I knew it, I was fainted on the muddy ground. When I woke up, I was in his arms. He had stopped to help and the police cars were rushing towards us. I was in the hospital for a day. My mom told me that Kyle was arrested, but I knew he would have to see the judge before they really made any decision. I asked her when it was, and she said today. I made her drive me to court as soon as the doctor said it was okay. I rushed inside. Stop! It was me. I lost the money. Kyle didn't do anything wrong, I promise. Even though the judge believed me, he still said we were to blame. And Kyle ran from the police, so if he was going to be released, we needed to pay back the money to the store. I started working at the theater, and Kyle also had to go back to his job. We both made no money because we had to give it all away and were too exhausted to even hang out. It was the perfect punishment for me since I could barely see him and had to watch other people perform while I cleaned and took people's tickets. Of course, anytime I did have a free moment, I danced.
Hey, hero, you have a second?
He had come to surprise me at work. He took me to the auditorium where everything had been decorated for what looked like a big party. What's going on?
Well, I figured you have to pay the money back, but that doesn't mean it's gotta be a punishment. Why not have some fun? I talked to your boss, and we're throwing a fundraiser for us to get the rest of the money. And the best part, you're the star of the show.
This is amazing. Thank you so much.
Sorry I ruined your chances of going to Broadway.
It doesn't matter if I only dance here and not on a big stage. As long as I have you, I can dance anywhere. He held me in his light again. This time, I knew I wouldn't get lost in the dark. I'll forgive you anytime soon, but I did pack my bags for Paris, and I ended up loving it there. I joined the high school, and my modeling was picking up once more. Then one day, I read the most surprising news. The plastic surgeon who'd done my nose job was being sued for leaking the identities of many clients to the press. Oh my God, it was him, not Ashley. Just then, I heard the doorbell ring, and I opened the door to find Ashley standing there. Hi, how did you find me? I begged your aunt to tell me. Juliet, I didn't betray you. I know that now. I'm sorry. Don't be. It's okay. Just tell me this. If none of this had happened, who would have won, me or Michael? Michael wasn't even close. It was you, Ashley. It's you. And then I kissed her. Two guys pinning him against the wall as Nova punched him. Stop it, Nova! Don't hurt him! Nova turned to me with crazy eyes.
Oh, how worried you are now. But you didn't care when you hurt me. I know you broke up with me because you have feelings for this worm. After all that money I spent on you, I thought because you were rich once, you'd have some class. But you're just cheap.
You're a psycho. And yeah, I like Dimitri a lot. Now I understand why your dad likes him better.
You'll pay for saying that. I'll make sure Dad stops giving them any money. I'll convince him, you'll see. No, you won't, Nova, because I've seen everything I needed to. And I am so disappointed in you.
We turned around to see Nova's dad who'd come to see the match, and he looked furious. He grabbed Nova's arm and led him away. Dimitri, are you okay? Your face.
I'm fine, Vanya.
I should have listened to you about Nova.
No. I was unfair and mean to you, and I'm really sorry. About what you said back there, is it true?
Which part?
The part where you said you like me a lot?
Yeah, I like you. Big deal.
Like me? Because I like you.
I guess it's just you then. He grinned and pulled me in for a kiss. And it was perfect. To my surprise, he came forward and held my hand. I'm sorry I agreed to that stupid bet. I'm sorry that I hurt you. I don't want to do that anymore. I tried to forget you and what I did to you. That's why I was with that girl. Athena, I love you. I always have since the day I first spoke to you and found your anklet. Can you forgive me? Yes, Tanner, I forgive you. He looked at me expectantly.
Oh, that's it? I said I love you. Do you, love me?
Oh, yes, that too. He rolled his eyes at me and said,
I can't believe I fell in love with you.
Kinda late for that. Just shut up and kiss me now.
Every moment tonight, they led me to you.
I just couldn't. You somehow changed me, Zara. I don't want to just settle for something ordinary anymore. I want to be with someone who makes me happy, who makes me better. I'm in love with you. Maybe since the first time I met you.
It was the sweetest thing I'd ever heard, and my eyes welled up. I never really stopped thinking about you either, Murat. But I don't think we can be together. My aunt would be convinced that I broke you and Amel up, and she'd hate me.
That's another reason why I'm here. Your aunt's been sick for a while, and I think she'd really like to see you. There's something she wants to tell you.
I immediately dropped everything and went to see Aunt Rabia, and I was shocked to find her so weak. Why didn't you tell me you were sick, Aunt? Who's been taking care of you? Where's Amel?
Amel got married to a rich, much older guy some months ago, and she left. She hasn't visited me since.
Well, I'm here now. Aunt tearfully took my hands.
My darling Zara, I'm sorry that I ever sent you away from me. I was angry then, but I don't blame Murat for falling for you. You're the best person I know, and you have my blessing to be with him. You deserve every bit of happiness.
I hugged Aunt tight, and then she said something that shook my world.
There's something else, but I had to be absolutely sure before I could tell you. I got a call from an agency in Syria that had been trying to reach you. Zara, your parents have been found. I spoke to them myself, and they're flying in tomorrow.
I just couldn't stop the tears from flowing. It sounded unbelievable, but I'd never, ever lost hope. I left Aunt to rest and found Murat waiting outside. You knew about my parents?
I did, but I had to let your aunt be the one to tell you.
I can't wait to see them again and introduce them to you.
I'm so happy for you, Zara. It looks like it's gonna rain.
My heart skipped a beat seeing how handsome he looked.
Tina, I was waiting for you. You look just the same.
He looked at me for what seemed like an eternity, and I felt my cheeks grow red. I wanted to thank you for helping Mom's business. You didn't have to do that.
That was the least I could do after being such an idiot all those years ago. Actually, I heard the conversation between you and your mom at the party where she asked you to date me.
Oh, so that's how you knew. But I was already falling for you by then.
I know. Daisy told me about it later on. She was mad at me for not reaching out to you, but I was so ashamed of what I'd done. I'm sorry, Tina. I was just so heartbroken that the only girl I'd truly loved had been playing with my feelings.
You loved me?
Still do.
Suddenly, my heart started racing like never before. Then, how about we start all over again?
Done deal. But first, I want to do something I've been dying to do since you walked in that door.
Zach leaned closer, and just when I thought he'd kiss me, he pulled off my scrunchie, and we both started laughing.